Today, we will introduce you one of the best motivational speeches in the world by Admiral McRaven at the University of Texas. Admiral William H. McRaven expressed deep gratitude to President Powers, Provost Fenves, the deans, faculty members, family, and friends, but most importantly, to the graduating class of 2014. It was a great honor for him to be present at the event. He reflected on his own graduation from the University of Texas, UT, nearly 37 years prior, and recalled several details from that day. He remembered suffering from a throbbing headache due to a party the night before. He also remembered having a serious girlfriend at the time, someone he later married, a fact he emphasized as important to remember. Additionally, he recalled being commissioned into the Navy on the same day. However, despite these vivid memories, he admitted that he had no recollection of who the commencement speaker was or what was said during the speech.
What starts here changes the world.
Acknowledging this reality, Admiral William H. McRaven humorously stated that if he could not make the commencement speech memorable, he would at least strive to make it brief. He then referenced the university's slogan, "What starts here changes the world." He admitted that he liked this phrase and noted its significance. Addressing the graduates, he pointed out that more than 8,000 students were graduating from UT that evening. Drawing upon statistics, he mentioned that, according to the analytical website ask.com, the average American meets approximately 10,000 people in their lifetime. He then posed a thought-provoking idea. If each graduate positively impacted just 10 people, and each of those individuals in turn changed the lives of another 10 people and so on, then in 5 generations, approximately 125 years, the class of 2014 would have influenced the lives of 800 million people. This number was more than twice the population of the United States. By extending this idea another generation further, the impact could reach the entire global population of 8 billion people. Admiral William H. McRaven emphasized that changing lives was not as difficult as it might seem. He had witnessed such transformations firsthand in Iraq and Afghanistan. He recounted an instance where a young Army officer made a split-second decision to take a left turn instead of a right on a road in Baghdad, thereby saving the 10 soldiers under his command from an ambush. In another instance, a non-commissioned officer from the female engagement team in Kunar Province, Afghanistan, sensed that something was amiss and directed an infantry platoon away from a 500-pound improvised explosive device, IED, saving a dozen lives. These decisions, he explained, did not just save the soldiers at that moment, they also ensured that those individuals would go on to have children, and their children would have children. Generations were preserved because of one decision made by one person. Admiral William H. McRaven then made a powerful declaration. Changing the world can happen anywhere, and anyone can do it. He reinforced that what starts at the University of Texas truly has the potential to change the world. However, he challenged the graduates to consider what kind of world they wanted to create. He expressed his confidence that they would make it a much better place. He then requested the audience's indulgence as he shared a few lessons that he had learned from his time in the military. Lessons he believed could help the graduates on their journey toward a better world. He reassured them that these lessons were not limited to those in uniform, but applied universally, regardless of gender, ethnicity, religion, background, sexual orientation, or social status. He noted that life's struggles were common to all, and that the lessons of perseverance, resilience, and leadership were equally applicable to everyone. Drawing from his experience as a Navy SEAL, He recounted how his journey began after leaving UT for basic SEAL training in Coronado, California. SEAL training, he explained, consisted of 6 months of grueling physical and mental challenges, long runs in soft sand, midnight swims in the cold waters off San Diego, obstacle courses, endless calisthenics, and days without sleep, all while being constantly cold, wet, and miserable. The purpose of this brutal training was twofold: to identify and eliminate those who were weak in body and mind, while also cultivating leaders who could operate under extreme stress, chaos, and adversity. From this experience, Admiral William H. McRaven distilled 10 important lessons. Start each day with a completed task. Every morning during SEAL training, the instructors, who were all Vietnam veterans at the time, would inspect the trainees' beds. The corners had to be perfectly square, the covers pulled tight, the pillow centered under the headboard, and an extra blanket neatly folded at the foot of the bed. While it seemed like an insignificant task, he explained that making the bed correctly set the tone for the day. Completing this small task instilled a sense of pride and encouraged the completion of more tasks throughout the day. He stressed that success in life often comes down to mastering the small things, because if one cannot do the little things right, they will never accomplish the big things. Furthermore, on a difficult day, returning home to a neatly made bed served as a reminder that tomorrow would be better. Find someone to help you paddle. SEAL trainees were divided into boat crews, with each crew consisting of 7 students. To navigate through crashing waves, every individual had to paddle in perfect synchronization, exerting equal effort. Without teamwork, the boat would capsize. The lesson was clear: no one can change the world alone. Success requires the help of friends, colleagues, and mentors. Judge people by the size of their heart, not their appearance. Among the trainees, the most effective boat crew was composed of the shortest men, none taller than 5 feet 5 inches. Despite their smaller size, they consistently outperformed others in paddling, running, and swimming. SEAL training was a great equalizer, proving that determination and heart mattered more than physical attributes or background. Get over the fact that life isn't fair. Trainees were subjected to sugar cookie drills, where they were forced to roll in the sand and spend the day wet and cold, often for no reason other than to teach resilience. The lesson was simple: life is unfair, but successful people keep moving forward despite setbacks. Don't be afraid of failure. Those who consistently failed physical challenges were subjected to brutal extra training sessions, known as circuses. While these exercises were designed to break weaker individuals, those who endured became stronger and more resilient. Take risks. In training, a record-breaking student chose to go head-first down a dangerous obstacle instead of following the conventional method. His boldness paid off. The lesson: sometimes to achieve greatness, one must take calculated risks. Stand up to the bullies. Trainees were taught to face sharks during night swims, literally. If a shark circled them, they were instructed not to panic, but instead to stand their ground and fight. The message was clear: do not let fear control you. Be at your best in the darkest moments. During underwater demolition missions, SEALs had to swim beneath enemy ships in total darkness, where they could easily become disoriented. Success required composure and mental fortitude, qualities that are crucial in life's darkest moments. Give people hope. During Hell Week, when trainees were submerged in freezing mud, one man started singing. His voice gave others hope, and soon the entire class joined in. The lesson was profound. A single person can inspire hope in others, even in the most dire situations. Never ring the bell. In the SEAL compound, there was a brass bell that any trainee could ring to quit. Admiral William H. McRaven's final lesson was simple but powerful. Never, ever quit. In closing, he urged the graduates to start each day with purpose, lift up those around them, face adversity with courage, and never give up. If they did, they would indeed change the world for the better.